Come on. Sister, good night. Good night, sister. Good night, sister.
Okay, y'all. I'm back on camera now.
Get your episode.
I've got my chicken chopped up into my food processor. I got the broccoli done, and I got my seasoning. So the seasonings we're going to be using for the chicken and broccoli and cheese casserole. What ingredients? What's that like that? Ingredients. Parsley, obey, black pepper, lemon pepper, garlic salt. I'm not ready to chop onions, and we don't really need a whole lot, so I'm going to use some chopped dehydrated onions. Butter. We're going to be using cream of chicken, cheese, and what else was I going to tell y'all? Got my chicken. Oh, I got my broccoli over there. Oh, breadcrumbs. The recipe definitely calls for breadcrumbs, but I will not be using breadcrumbs. I've never used breadcrumbs before, so I won't be using breadcrumbs. DeMarge, bring my iPad so I can look up the recipe. I do not know the recipe by heart. I will look at it off from. Go grab my iPad, please.
All right.
Boy, you gonna knock me? Boy, watch what you doing. Mom, what you cooking?
Chicken and broccoli casserole. What kind of chicken?
Come on.
I chop the chicken up. We're gonna
do it right now. iPad quickly.
set it in.
Now turn around.
Boy, go on and get your underwear.
Shush.
Okay.
Boy, stop walking over there.
Okay, let's see. Here. Oh, well, I couldn't use this. I really didn't want to dig off of my damn with
Stop
that.
playing, dude. I feel hurt.
To fool with the big strainer, so I'm gonna get this. I'm just gonna take some of the broccoli out, put it over in the food processor just to get it chopped up a little bit, and then I'm gonna season everything. So,
Mom,
yes.
half what I must say, her dad called, he did.
Guys, I'm on camera recording.
But
I'm like you said, so I don't want to talk about nothing. Nobody calling. Please go out of my camera frame.
I'm sorry.
Thank you. Please go out of my camera frame.
You almost finished?
You're in my camera frame when I'm trying to record the video.
I'm sorry. Let me tell you to wash his hair too, Mama.
Yeah.
All right. Do that.
We got that right now in here. We'll with the broccoli. And I actually need another bowl because I want to mix everything and season everything really well. So I'm just rinsing that out. And then I want to dry that off. Okay. So y'all see I got that in there. So now we're going to, I guess that's backwards. I guess it goes like that. And now y'all, I'll only use this thing. This is not my third. So I'm still not professional with it. I just know I don't know. So we are going to pulse to chop like we did the chicken. We're going to pulse this. So we're going to do not gonna do too much. Let me check it out. Because I don't want it to be mushy. Okay. That's about what I want. Alright, y'all. Now I'll take that out. And put in there. So, do that again.
Go sit down. Oh, can you go sit your country and you can get your move? Jeez. She's still trying to go to sleep. Don't sweat. I'll call back my granny. Mom, I'm gonna call back granny.
Alright.
I need to keep playing. Stop playing.
Man, I'm actually probably really need to pull this broccoli, but we're dedicated to it, so we're gonna do it anyway. So we're gonna do take that off. Take that off. And then we're gonna everything out. Okay. Now we have that. So this one's out. Nothing too major. We'll clean it. And this. We're gonna get it out of the way. And we did drop. Coat it. Such a mom. 50 things going at once. But anyhow. And just in case y'all didn't see. This is my daughter's ex-robe. I said ex-robe. This is my daughter's apron from her very first job, which was Hardee's, which was one of my first jobs at the same age of 16. So that's why I have it on, because mine are in the laundry somewhere. Okay, y'all. I'm not going to use something big like this. Alright, y'all. So you guys can see what I'm working with before I get started. So, here's what the chopped chicken looks like. And basically what I did was I boiled some chicken breast with a little bit of seasonings. And then I took out the bone and the gristle and chopped it up. Then this is what the pulsated broccoli is looking like. Oh, so I'm gonna have to get ready to season, but right now I'm going to pull the recipe up on my phone. So, one moment. Chicken, broccoli, and cheese casserole recipe. I looked it up today, so yeah. I was using my other phone when I looked it up, so now I'm recording on that phone, so I'm gonna use my iPad for the recipe. So the recipe is from All Recipes, and it's called the Chicken, Broccoli, and Cheddar Casserole. And this is what it would look like. if you guys can see that. But the breadcrumbs, which I don't use, would be sprinkled on the top. We don't do that. So anyway, it says the prep time is 20 minutes, cook time is 30 minutes, total time 50 minutes, serving is 8. Yield 1 2-quart casserole, 3 cups of shredded chicken, 2 cups of chopped broccoli, 2 cans of 10.5 ounces of condensed chicken soup. We're going to use a 1/2 cup of sour cream, black pepper, 2.5 cups, or how much ever I want to use, cheese, no breadcrumbs, and we are using butter, and I will be using seasonings. It don't say nothing about no seasonings, but I'll be using some seasonings because we use seasonings over here. So we're gonna go ahead and preheat the oven to 375 now. Gotta make sure we don't have anything in there. Bake at 375. So now what we're gonna do is we ready to get some seasonings going in this chicken to get it some flavors. We're gonna go ahead and put some obey in here. Now you use whatever you want to use. This is just how much I'm using. I ain't measuring now. I use obey pretty much a lot, so I know, what I'm using. And I'm sprinkling some parsley over up in here. And I know it looks like it's a lot, but it's really not a lot. And then we're gonna be using some adobo, the Goya brand. I use whichever brand is on sale when I go. So I also use off brand. Any type will work. Same thing. This is the one with pepper. So the one with the blue label doesn't have pepper. So we're gonna put that much of that in there. Not too heavy on that because, we gotta mix it up. Next thing we're gonna be using is some of these. You want something?
I'll just have a little while in my room till you bring that song.
Okay, that's my son off camera. But yeah, so we're gonna be using, like I told y'all, some.
You need help, you good?
I'm good. Some chopped dehydrated onions. Not too much of this because it didn't call for this, and I don't like the way it's working out. I'm just putting a little bit of flavor. Now listen, y'all can fix this however y'all want. I like a little bit of flavor. I love flavors. So next thing is we're gonna use some lemon pepper. Let's just move it. The lemon pepper.
Grandma said tomorrow, she said she want to talk to you tomorrow, Grandma.
Just a little bit of garlic salt. Then we're going to open the pour side of the black pepper because I'm not gonna shake all day to get some of the other. Huh? I will, buddy. So now that we got that going on, now that I got all this mixed up, I'm gonna let y'all see what it looks like. So now I'm gonna mix up everything before I go in and start adding the sour cream, butter, and the condensed chicken soup. So yeah, we just mixing this up. Now if you guys want to, it's entirely up to y'all. You can take and get some gloves, or if your hands are really clean, under your nails included, you can get in there with your hands. I'm not gonna do that. I have done that, but I'm not doing that right now because, yeah, no. This is working for me just well. So I'm gonna grab a fork see what we hitting for. See what we hitting for. Okay. Let's see it. I want to go back to that with a little bit more pepper. This time I'm just going to sprinkle. Okay. Now, we got that mixed up. Let you guys see. That's what the seasoned chopped chicken looks like. All right. So now we're going to, here, great. Not too much salt, not too pepper. I do have a little bit of crunch. I don't know if y'all can hear that because of the dehydrated onions, but what happens is as it cooks, they hydrate. They'll be like regular onions. So don't be afraid about dehydrated onions. It's all in what you can do. And I love me some dehydrated onions. But anyway, I'm gonna set this over here. And I'm gonna come in here and I'm going to season my broccoli. We're definitely not gonna use any Old Bay. We're not gonna use any of that. So we're gonna use, let me get some of my drink because I'm thirsty. We're gonna use some lemon pepper. And I'm just going by sight. We're not gonna use any of that. A little bit of the adobo. And some pepper. And I'm shaking on the regular side. And now I'm just gonna mix it up. Not too harsh on it. And I will tell you guys, you don't have to really cook your broccoli if you don't want to. It's all in how you want to. Just from how I've learned to cook this, it's always been the broccoli can be cooked if you want more of a crunch to your broccoli or not more of a softer texture. You can just blanch it and use it, but this is how I like mine. You do whatever works for you. So rather than do even salt. That's the one thing that I tend to see about broccoli. I put a little bit of that garlic salt. Well, y'all saw me sprinkle some garlic salt in there. That did what it needed to do. Okay. So now I'm gonna let y'all see. This is what that looks like. Pretty much just like the broccoli, like you used to see back in the day at school. You see it look like this. They had a little cheese on it and they plopped it on your plate. Same concept, but we're in a bowl. So now that we have that in, we'll look and see what the recipe says. Now, because we have all our ingredients in the bowl. Well, we have the main ingredients seasoned. So I got the oven preheated to 375. I need to put the soup and the sour cream in a bowl with the cheese. So I now need to still combine everything in here. So it called for, and I'm just using my basic nose itching sour grocery store brand sour cream. And I have a measuring cup. And the recipe calls for a half a cup of sour cream. This will be consistent with a half a cup. Let's make sure we got half a cup, maybe a little bit over, but it's fine. I'm pretty sure I have a little bit more than what it says with this chicken anyway. So I definitely need more because this is half a cup, so this will be consistent with 6 cups. I'm just reading the recipe while okay, because I know I'm a little bit over. So it says 6 cups, so let's just see how many cups that we have. We're gonna wash this off and dry it out. All right, y'all. So I'm going to, this is a half a cup, so I'm going to count out 6 cups, which will make it 3 cups of chicken, to see how much we got compared to the recipe, so I can know how I'm seasoning. We'll put the ingredients in there and how much more extra I would need to add. That's 3, 4, and as y'all can see, this is a little over, but so technically we have 3.5 cups of chicken. So just a little bit over what the recipe calls for. The recipe calls for 3 cups, which is a half a cup measuring spoon. So you would basically do 6 of these, and then I would have had an extra half a cup. So basically I have 6.5 cups of chicken. So the recipe, I used a little bit extra on the sour cream, which will be fine. And I'm going to go ahead and use the whole 3 cans of cream of chicken, since I do have more. Since I do have more chicken, to make sure this is mixed up good. Now y'all, I am telling y'all, I am doing this off a recipe online. That's the way I've always done it. I always look at the recipe and I do it like that. And I'm not a professional cook, disclaimer, but it tastes really good, so. I'm a mom like everybody else, and we're trying to find a inexpensive meal that can feed more than 3 people. This recipe can feed 8 people. So again, the recipe called for 2. I am over with the I know I was over with the broccoli, for sure. And I was over by half a cup of the chicken. So that's why I'm using the other can of chicken. Alright, so now close that and clean my hands because yeah, we don't like this. We don't like our hands to be so dirty. Period. You know, for real, I like getting too much crap all over my hands. I constantly wiping it off. And I don't want to have it all over everything either, so we're gonna tap that back. And unlock it. Let me get the cheese. We're going to rinse this out. I'm not gonna dirty up a lot of dishes already. And listen, I'm gonna just rinse this out on the clean side with what I just boiled. But anyway, I'm going to do, the recipe is saying 2.5 cups of cheese. I'm definitely doing more than 2.5 cups. So based on my preference, I'm going to do 3.5 cups starting off to see where we at. And then we have to do the 1/4 cup of salted butter, which would be melted. So now I normally don't measure out this cheese, but I'm trying to show y'all the right way as best I can. As best I can, as best I can. So again, we doing it like this. So technically, we would need 4.5 of these for the regular recipe. Hello. All right, y'all. So because we're using the 1/2 cups, we're gonna be doing 4.5 automatically. So that's 1. Okay, we're gonna say this is the 1/2. So now we need to do, well, I don't even need to do that because this bag is 2 cups.
No. I thought the other hand, it's open, but like avocado I haven't used.
I'll find you one.
Cause I don't want to get bumps on them all at once.
I'll give you one. So this is basically 2 cups. So that would be 3.5 cups already. So that is what this looks like so far. And well, we can, no. So we can put that over here. So I'm gonna use this here to mix everything up. So if you can see, this is what it's looking like. You're just gonna mix it all up. Oh, I gotta add the butter in here, so let me get that. And we're definitely putting more cheese. So the butter is supposed to be a fourth. We're definitely gonna be doing double that. We're gonna do a half a cup of butter. So I'm gonna say something, not that much butter. We're gonna do we did about a half a cup of butter. And that butter is soft. Did it say soft or melted? I hope it said melted. I mean soft. Shit. It definitely said melted. So, we're just scooping it out right quick. Because it definitely said melted butter. All right, y'all. Got that butter going. Sour cream. We're gonna put some more cheese in here because I just thought about it. I was getting ready to try to do that. How ghetto am I? We ain't gonna do that much more. We don't really do about that much because we gotta put salt on the top. We definitely need cheese on the top of this. And we have that melted soup. Let's put that in there. And then we're just gonna mix everything. Mix it up, mix it up, mix it up, mix it up. So I'm just stirring everything in. And now everything is in here but the breadcrumbs. Thank you for the breadcrumbs on top. Yeah, you sprinkle the breadcrumbs over the top. I don't want the breadcrumbs. So it doesn't tell me to do this, but I'm gonna do it on the soft side, on the safe side. I'm just gonna lightly spray my glass bowl. Not too much, just a little something. And I'm gonna hope this ain't too much to go in here, because it might be too much. Yeah. DeMarjay, go get me a long pan. Cause, yeah, that ain't big enough. I just looked at that. Sorry. We'll have to change and go into a longer pan. But yeah, we can't use that. That's not big enough for us to put it all in there. And this other pan is actually going to be too long, but I would rather have it longer and be able to get everything in there than have it shorter and have to use multiple bowls. No, I don't need that. So, yeah. It's taking my son 5 hours. I bet if I told him to go back there to get some, he'd get that quick. I'm eating a donut. Should I be eating it? No. Am I eating it? Yes. It's the M&M's Softy plain. So, I'm gonna use these. Come in now. Then actually gonna do the same thing. And then just put some in my hair. I hope I got it. But I'm gonna do the same thing that I was doing here. Lightly just. Because I don't want it to stick to the pan. I don't know if it's gonna stick, but we're using it. So now that I got everything mixed up, that's what it looks like. And I'm gonna go ahead and just put it over into the pan. Just like that. Now, like I said, just depending on now as you can see, some of my broccoli pieces in there. It's up to you with how you want your broccoli. We personally like ours mushy, and that's the way we have done that. You can do it however you would like, but this is the way that I'm doing mine, and it tastes delicioso. The only thing I say is you can leave your broccoli a little bit more mushy if you would like. But anyway, now we got that done. So now that we got that, we are just going to go through and just sprinkle cheese on here. I definitely need more cheese, and I hope I got some. I mean, this will be fine, but to give what I really want, I need more cheese. Boom. Ask and you shall receive. God is good. Cheese. We're just going to go through here and just cheese it up. Cheese it up. Cheese it up. And everything will combine and be really good. I'm going to and put this in the oven. Let y'all see what she looks like before going in there. So, let you guys see. Didn't realize that was in there, but let you all see what she's looking like before I put her in the oven. That's the chicken cheese and rice broccoli casserole. I'm now going to get this and put it in the oven. It says for 20 to 25 minutes. I will be back on camera with you guys once we're done. I'm gonna go ahead and stick the corn on the stove that we're gonna have with that. And I'll be back when it's done. Bye. All right, you guys. The chicken and broccoli casserole is done. I would say I left the cheese in there a little too long on the edges. Right there. I mean, it's technically perfect, you know, but it looks really good. And then I just cooked some corn to go with it. Not too much, but that's that. It's a little hot right now, but let me get some on the plates for y'all. It's still hot right now. And then if you have the crust on top, it would be a little crunchy, but I don't want mine crunchy. So let's see what it tastes like. I can taste the chicken in there. And it's hot. That's why it's still will be more together once it cools. It's just hot. But here's what it looks like. I need to put my pajamas on, y'all. That's chicken and broccoli casserole. Yeah, that's it. So I'll come back and let y'all see my plate when it's cooled off.